On folks, good evening. Welcome to the Wall Street wrap up, taking a look at the daily activity across the major market indexes. Welcome to the channel. Guys, we're going to kick this one off. We'll start at the top left-hand side looking at the S&P 500 index. Not as bad as previous days, but still down 6.29 points, 0.16% for the S&P 500. And we are in a little bit of a downtrend here. We have a lower high that took place and a big lower low that also took place. I think we are getting ready for some kind of a recovery bounce here. We'll have to see how high that goes. But for the most part, I think the sell-off has at least come to a pause for a day or so. A lot of economic data coming out on Friday, so we'll have to see how long this lasts. Flat the futures stopped out of the Russell and S&P futures this week, so we are flat. Those are the micro futures contracts, the smaller sized futures contracts. Looking for a recovery tomorrow. Looks like the S&P futures are higher this evening. It's been a couple days since we have said that, but we are in a slight downtrend, like I said, after we created this lower low. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones over to the right-hand side of our screen. The Dow, on the other hand, has not really sold off as hard as the other indexes, although it seems like it has found some issues here at the 34,000 area right in here. And we have been selling off this thing. Unfortunately, if the market doesn't get a footing under it, looks like it could have quite the waterfall move, undercutting these lows over here back in December. Don't know if that will happen, but it's got a little bit of a sketchy looking top right now. And if we get some rough news come out on Friday, we could see quite the waterfall move, undercutting those major lows put back in December. So keep that on your radar. Hopefully that doesn't take place, but the charts look a little heavy and the Dow has not been hit quite as hard as some of these other indexes. The Dow was down 84.50 today, so not the worst day of the week. Yesterday we were down 697. Rough day yesterday, a 2%er. Today, not too bad, 0.25%. Taking a look down here at the left-hand side corner, we have the NASDAQ 100 down today, 5.97%. Nothing too crazy. Yesterday was a much worse day for the markets, a 2.41%. Today is just a 0.05%. Similar story to the S&P. We have put in a lower high, so we pulled back off the initial high, came up here, lower high, lower low, undercut that low. We'll see. Like I said, I do expect a rally to show up here, and if the futures are any indicator, we might be getting that tomorrow. We'll have to see. We're backing off a little bit. Futures are only up 11.5 points. So the NASDAQ today looks like only down, let's see here. The NASDAQ actually might have been up 5.97% today and not down. Yeah, that looks like they were actually up today, 0.05%. At least according to this data here. It's giving us a plus sign there. Heading over to the Russell 2000. So the Russell, unless that is for tomorrow's date. Nope. Heading over to the Russell, on the other hand, was actually up 6.46 points today, which would be 0.34%. Once again, yesterday, the 21st of February, was a rough day. Russell was down just about 3%, 2.99% down 58 points. Similar story to the S&P and the NASDAQ. Pullback off the major high, lower high, and then the big nasty lower low. We'll see if that was the bottom, and then we start to recover here, creating higher lows and higher highs, maybe some kind of an inverse pattern taking place here for the bulls, but we'll have to see. Like I said, expect some kind of a move to the upside. Could be short-lived, could be just be a one-day wonder, and then we get that. I expect Friday to be a pretty volatile day. Heading over to the, also we are flat the Russell Micro Futures. We were long those as well with the S&Ps. We are flat those as it looks like they obviously have been rolling over, so we're not going to be holding those until they start to show strength again. Heading over to the bottom right-hand side of the screen, we have the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Those are up 11.5 points this evening. Finally seeing a little green this week. We've had red candles from, let's see, the 16th, 17th, 21st, and then today, the 22nd, were all red candles. Looks like basically those 4 days or so were down basically 160 points or so for the S&Ps. So it's been a little bit of a rough ride for the futures holders and the S&P 500. But like I said, we are not in those anymore. Until they start to show strength, we will sit on the sidelines. Don't want to hold a falling knife by any means. We still remain long the micro Bitcoin futures. They seem to be holding up quite well so far. We'll be keeping an eye on those as well. So guys, quick recap here. S&P down 6.29% today. The Dow was down 84.5 points. The NASDAQ, I believe, was up 5.97 points today. Getting a mixed signal here. It was either up or down 5.97 points. The Russell, basically flat. The Russell was up 6.46 points, 0.34%. Currently, the S&P futures are up 11.25. Today, they closed the day down 6.75, so basically a flat day compared to yesterday, which was an ugly day, down 81.75. Still remain long the Bitcoin micro futures, holding up quite well so far. Let's see if they can get their momentum back to the upside. Keep your eye on this Dow chart right here. This thing looks like, hopefully I'm wrong, looks like the bottom wants to fall out, and that would spell trouble for the markets across the board. All right, guys, thanks for watching the Wall Street wrap up here. It is the 22nd of February. Tomorrow, Thursday, another day for these markets. We look forward to that. We'll catch you tomorrow morning bright and early with some crypto or stock market videos. Guys, welcome to the channel. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Have a great evening. See you guys tomorrow on the 23rd of February.